this you are a teacher, and I don't want to ask this question, but I'm a little bit curious. Do you have any favorite student? Favorite one? You're supposed to be all of them favorite, but do you have any favorite?
Yes, 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 I have. I have. Every time, actually, this is not fixed because every time or every year or in a month, that when batch get changed, some new student comes, old student goes, so it happens. So time to time it happens, but nowadays, of course, I have my favorite student, but of course, I cannot tell in front of everyone because whenever I say, okay, she's doing very good, everyone says, ma'am, what about us? Are we
Yeah,
not doing good? Yeah, it was going good. And what about you?
yeah, I'm doing good. Yeah. Actually, I woke up around 30 minutes ago, and without taking breakfast, I decided to practice with someone because, yeah, I'm not very punctual guy when it's come to taking my meal. Breakfast. That is the reason I'm a little bit thin. So I think I have to put on some weight. I have to, make sure I'm taking meals, at the right time. I have to be very
Okay.
punctual on that.
Oh, that's great. So, what
Okay.
is your breakfast time?
I don't. There is no usual breakfast time. I can take whenever I like. Okay. Because
Oh,
since I'm not working, suppose if you're working, somewhere. Okay. If you have job, then you automatically going to, have that, habit. The timing you'll go automatically schedule. This time because otherwise it will affect on your work, right? But right now I
that's
don't have that. So that's why, I kind of having this kind of freedom right now.
right, right. But still, when it comes to food or sleep, it we get habitual. Like if I talk about myself, so around nowadays it is happening. Like after 12, I feel hungry. Before
Uh-huh.
that, I don't eat. And if I talk about my dinner, so I take my dinner around 6:30 to 7:30. This is my dinner time. Only this time I
Okay.
feel hungry.
Apparently
So
you are very fun.
yeah, so many people say that is too much early. How can you take, like I said, I'm habitual. It's been so many years, I would say. And so many people say that when I take dinner so early, so we feel hungry at night. I said I never feel it.
No, whenever, if you're habitual with something, means like your body knows the timing. So your body will give you clue, right? So right now, my body is sending me, Rajedi, you are hungry right now. Okay. But I can,
Exactly.
maintain that. Yeah. So we have like a little subtle sign, if you are good at, picking up that sign, then I think your life will be very easy. You know,
That
whether it, whether it is about relationship, whether it is about your health, whether it is about, something going on in your life, right? So there are some subtle signs are there. If you are really good at picking up them, you are your life will go very smoothly.
exactly, exactly that happens.
Okay. So ma'am, we are connecting very first time. Could you introduce yourself to my
Definitely.
audience?
Yes, yes. Okay, so as you know that my name is Sakshi Chauhan and I'm speaking from Gwalior MP. I born
Uh-huh.
and brought up here. I have completed my post graduation. So right now I'm a PhD scholar. And
Uh-huh.
apart from that, I have my small coaching center also and my YouTube channel. So where I upload such kind of English content. And if I talk about my hobbies, so I'm very interested in reading books, even writing poetries and stories,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, songs also I write.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
in my time, I do these activities.
Yesterday you mentioned that you are very good at writing, and because of that you won so many prizes as well, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, but I have to improve my writing skill. I can write well, but writing and those kind of stuff, it's not looking like a beautiful writing. Like some of the people having very beautiful handwriting, they know how to write very well. So people can attract by their writing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
But at this point, I'm focusing on my communication. So I want people attracted by my communication. That's all I
Hmm.
want.
True.
Okay. So, ma'am, Shakshi, your name is right. Like, do you know who gave it to you this name, Shakshi? Did your parents get, like, answer? Like, does your mother give it to you this name or father gave it to you name? Who gave it to you this name? Do you know anything about it?
My mother.
Okay. Okay. And
Yes.
does it have any particular meaning?
Yes, of
Sakshi.
course. So, Sakshi meaning is witness of something when you are witness of something. So
Okay.
we use this word, Sakshi.
So, do you think this name is unique in your place? in your hometown?
Earlier, I used to think that this is unique, but now I don't think so.
Uh,
I mean, this is not very common, but still, after three, four girl, I can see this name. I can find easily this name.
mhm.
Even in my
I'll give
acquaintance, there are three to four Sakshis.
I'll give you right now hypothetical situation. Suppose you don't like your name. Okay, suppose. So what would be one name you pick for yourself?
Oh, that is quite new for me, and I never thought about it. So that's why.
Eh,
Hmm. Actually, there are nowadays there are so many unique names, so they attracts me a lot.
mhm.
But
Okay, you are
hmm,
not thought about it. It's okay.
yeah, that's difficult because there are so many names. If you ask me at least 5 to 10 name, I can give you. But if you ask me only one name, it's very difficult for me.
Do you have any favorite name so far?
Okay, recently one of my friends, so she became a mother, so she gave a name of her daughter. So her name is Shridha. Shridha,
Sridhar.
like it's
Okay.
related to Radharani. So Shridha, that is the name, and that fascinates me a lot because
Mm,
it is unique. Also, she has tried to give a unique touch, like trendy touch also, and it is related to spiritual things. Like,
spiritual
so
thing,
that's
yeah.
why I found it very unique and interesting.
Yeah, good to know that. And my original name is a little bit old name. So my friends might change my this name. So they
Okay.
have given my name like a JD.
What
Yeah,
is
I
your
like
name?
full form name, right? Like JD.
Okay.
Okay. J for jungle and D for dangerous. Actually, see, there is no particular meaning behind it, but people thought this name would be cool on you because so many people having an outdated name. See, like I don't feel that it's outdated name, but my friend thought, and since they give it to you this name, all people knows by this name. Suppose if you come to my village and ask me where is this person, so they will not recognize. They will recognize me by my this given name, JD. Okay, because this name is very popular in my area. Yeah.
Mhm.
Sometimes it happen. And I have seen, so many businessmen, they change their name because of their name doesn't suit on their title as well. Like, so this is happening as well. And our name is our identity. It is also about like psychology, right? Like, does it affect? Suppose there is a beautiful girl, okay? I will give you an example. And she has like a very weird name, okay? People appreciate her beauty, but the name, psychologically, people should appreciate her in qualities. But our psychology works that way. We judge people by their first impression, right? This
Exactly.
is way our mind works.
Mm.
Okay. So, ma'am, do you want to ask me any question? I've been asking you lots of questions.
So related to this, I really want to share something. As you said that people judge by, in my, as I told you that I'm a, I write, so I can say myself that writer, like not professionally, but still I can consider it. So in my community or in my acquaintance, there are so many people. They have their real name, right? But still, they have given themselves their pet names. That is related to poetries, and these are some typical Hindi words, some
Mm,
Urdu words also.
yeah, but some of the time, what happened like this pet name doesn't recognize by majority of people. You know, in some case. You're not that much famous by your pet name, but I'm very quite famous. Like I don't want to brag about it, but if someone going to use my original name, who is this guy? Who is this guy? We don't recognize this guy. Even my mother is also sick and tired. She keep telling me, JD, we have given you beautiful name. Why people are giving telling JD JD?
Yeah, you did not tell me, I think, what is your real name?
It's very outdated name. I just kind of skip this part.
It's okay. Yeah, that's why
Maybe
I was
next
thinking that.
time, darling. Yeah, maybe next time. Because it is very old name. You don't like it. Suppose it sounds like, I having like Amitabh Bachchan, or like Jitendra, that kind of name.
No, but I would say name or name. Like name is name, sorry.
And- Absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
Yes, yes.
So do you have any plans for today? How are you going to spend your whole day? I mean, you are teacher, right? You're taking classes. So I think you're quite busy with your classes, right?
Exactly. So as this is weekday, so everything is scheduled. Today I got little late because of, yesterday I was quite busy in evening time, and because of classes also I get free around 12:30, or I think I slept around 1:30 and 2. So that's why. And after this session, I have to do my study a little bit. I have some pending works also, so I have to go somewhere that will take around 2 3 hours, and then I have to take my offline classes, and again
Mm.
my online classes in evening time. So everything is fixed
So,
back to back.
yeah, one scenario I will give you. Suppose you're taking classes right now, which is you're taking obviously right now. Your teacher. One student misbehaving means like he doesn't listen to you. Okay, he doesn't complete his homework. This kind of activities. This kind of not listening. That type of guy, like mischievous guy. So how do you treat such students? Like what kind of guidance will you give? Or like do you talk to parents? No, your son is not behaving well or daughter not behaving well. What do you do at that point?
Okay, okay. So first of all, this is I would say very common thing. Like most of the students, they are very mischievous, right? We
Okay.
have to handle. And the good thing is that they all are scared with their teachers. I mean, most of the time. Very few
Okay.
they are not. So even when they do something wrong at their home, so the parents come to us and they said, please, explain in something and make him understand that he or she should not do this. So
Mhm.
your question was that I how would I handle that? So of course I try to handle on my level, and I try most of the time I handle it the situation. But when I feel that no, I need to complain with his parents or her parents, then I make them call. And the reply that I get, ma'am, you handle, you do whatever you want to do with him.
You know, Even I tell you one thing. Okay. It sound bit cliche, but when parents tell you or tell someone other teacher that you can handle whatever you like, but when teacher like beat them, you know they sometimes they go to the police station to complain. No, my daughter or my son has beaten by this teacher, particular teacher. So nowadays I think it is not allowed, right, in school, especially I'm talking about.
Exactly, exactly.
Do they
And you know
allow?
what?
There are so many laws, even you cannot touch the students as well. Previously things are a little bit changed because students literally used to scared of teachers, because they used to beat them. But nowadays I don't think so they have that kind of fear. They have only one fear, that they're going to fail. That's it. Or like kind of that kind of fear they do have right now.
And you know what I do because nowadays that is not common to beat children and just scold them badly. I mean, when we were kids, so we were in school, it was very common. Teacher used to beat us easily. Even
Yeah.
sometimes without any reason, we are just talking and they're just beating us with a stick, and really this was terrible. Of course it's funny also,
Mm.
but nowadays it's not common. So I always, it's been 5 years I have been teaching my students. Earlier I used to work in school also, and I right now from last 3 years I'm just running my own coaching classes. I try to avoid beating kids and
Yeah.
students, no matter how old they are, irrespective of their age, irrespective of their class. I avoid to beat them. I just try to understand whatever I can say by words.
Do you have any favorite memory from your childhood, like in your schooling time? The memory you still remember, or you share with your students? This happened to me in my schooling time. Do you have such memories?
Yeah, when it comes to school, and there are a lot of things. I mean, I would say plenty of things that we can share, right? But few things that is very common that my parents always shares with me. My mother always shares with me. When I used to go to school, so I was very shy, like very very generous, I would say. I cannot deny anyone to give anything. Some kids very open hearted. They can give everything. They
Mm-hmm.
don't tell you anything. So my classmates, they used to eat my lunch, and I would
Okay.
just sleep. I would just sleeping that time. So my mother, my parents still says this thing, that she was that much shy, that much generous, that much simple, that all the kids used to eat her lunch and she was just sleeping. That much, addictive, I would say, for sleeping. And this thing that I can share with my students also. And Mostly, to be a teacher, being a teacher, you cannot share some more bad things with them because we want to motivate them as well. So I used to share that. I mean, still I share that. Okay, I was that much good, and I used to complete my homework. Of course, I was, but still, I just try to make them motivate as much as I can. So they can also get inspired with me. They can also work on their selves.
Do you have see this? You are a teacher, and I don't want to ask this question, but I'm a little bit curious. Do you have any favorite student? Favorite one? It's supposed to be all of them favorite, but do you have any favorite?
Yes, yes, yes. I have. I have. Every time, actually, this is not fixed because every time or every year or in a month, that when batch get changed, some new student comes, old student goes, so it happens. So time to time it happens, but nowadays, of course, I have my favorite student, but of course, I cannot tell in front of everyone because whenever I say, okay, she's doing very good, everyone says, ma'am, what about us? Are we
Yeah.
not doing good? So that's why I cannot mention a particular name. Then I said, she's doing good, but you all have to try, and he's also doing good, he's also doing good, like this. So yeah, nowadays, of course, I have my favorite student. So she's a
Mhm,
girl, and she's, I think, in third standard. And just
mhm,
because she's doing a lot of study and she's following my all these instructions, that's why.
mhm. So do you take these offline classes at home or somewhere else?
That's my house. So outside there's a my personal coaching classes where I take.
Okay. Mhm. And how was your parents' response when you mentioned them very first time that I'm going to be a teacher, I'm going to take classes? Did they support you, or did say kind of worried about whether you will not have that kind of income by teaching students?
No, no, they did not say anything. I would
Mhm,
say think I'm so much privileged when it comes to study and anything. They
mhm,
never stopped me. They never questioned me that are you able to do? Can you do this? Like when I completed my 12th, then I decided, okay, I'll go with this subject. I'll go in this college, right? Everything I decided. After completion of my graduation, then also I decided, okay, I will join this college. I will do this course. So in academics, I would say, and same goes with profession also, because in future I have to become a teacher and I have to do it professionally. So, and something that I enjoyed a lot, and it's not all about money, of course. Whatever you will do, when it comes to make money, so the very first time you cannot make that much money, but still you have to start from somewhere.
yeah.
So that's what I thought, and I started.
And how about your classmate? I mean, right now your friends, what are they doing right now? Are they successful in their life, or some of them are still struggling to find a job? What do you think?
Actually, I don't understand this word. What about success? Because I think for
No,
me,
actually,
there.
success means like having, decency, like, decent amount of money. They're at least happy. Whatever they're making, they're kind of, manage with that. Manage means like, if suppose I want to buy something, suppose I don't want, I want to buy mobile phone. So at least I can go for like 20,000 rupees mobile phone. I don't have
Hmm.
mobile phone to buy like, 1 lakh rupees. So, but still I can buy the, normal, like I can spend my expenses, like moderately. I'm not talking about a rich level.
Yes, so I mean in my friend circle, so most of the if I talk about girls, so they got married and they are settled. When it comes to boys, of course, they are doing something. I mean, they are living just average life. And I also want to talk about this that you said, like, of course, success means what we can spend. I mean, we do not need to check the price tag, or we do not think to uh, think about the rate, whatever we want to buy or whatever we want to take it for us or for our loved ones, right? So one of my friends, so I think her husband is making around 90,000 rupees. Still, she was saying me that, as you know, that in family we have a lot of expenses. I was shocked. I mean, you can think of it. 90,000 is a good amount. Monthly
Yeah.
90,000.
See,
Still, she's
see
talking
that
like this.
The thing is there that she's making, like, husband is making 90,000 rupees, right? But the expenses are very high over there.
Exactly.
Expenses means, like, they have car right now, they have like in other expenses, right? Like children's and this thing that they are sending their children in a very good school. So these things are there. So that's the
Right.
reason. So people will never ever satisfied. I have talked with many people, they are earning like 1 lakh, 2 lakhs. And whenever
Yes,
I ask a question, whenever I ask them this question, are you satisfied with this salary? No, man, my friend is making more money than me. They're
that's the
having this
problem.
question answer.
Yeah,
And
I was completely sure.
yeah, people are working in IT field, they are making lots of money. Some of them are making good amount of money.
Exactly, exactly. But it's all about mindset. Where some people are making only 15,000, 20,000, and they are completely running their own family. Like they have their family, their wife, their
Mhm.
parents, their kids also. And on the other hand, some people are making 80,000, 90,000. Still they're talking like this.
Yeah.
This is really
You know, it depends
unbelievable.
upon, where do you live. If you live in city, the expenses, will be higher. If you live in village, so houses are going to small, and you're not going to spend more money, on houses. Like, you're not going to rent anything like that. Okay, so will be happy with like 25K if you make, so decent salary will be in a village, I think 20K. If your partner also going to make some money, you know so it would be kind of, manageable life, the moderate life you're going to have. But I think 20K in this generation requires, that people are making below than 20K, so that's really concern me.
Exactly.
So, okay, ma'am, I think we have completed 22 minutes, and thank you so much for your time. And you're a lovely person, who are very being friendly with me. Thank you so much.
And
Maybe next time we can connect. Okay.
for sure. Have a good day. Thank you.